Hello there, good evening. Trust your day has been good. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the English News Bulletin. We'll begin with the headlines. Rwanda and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan have signed bilateral agreements in various sectors, including trade, agriculture, health, and other sectors. All traders issuing invoices using their own systems were urged to integrate them with EBMs no later than May this year. Glad to have your company tonight. My name is Olive. Netting out the news in details. We'll start by informing you that on Sunday, Rwanda and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan have signed bilateral agreements in various sectors, including trade, agriculture, health, and other sectors. It was in a ceremony officiated by His Majesty King Abdullah II Al Hussein of the Jordan and the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame. Adam Squizera has our top story.
On Sunday afternoon, King Abdullah II bin Al Hussein arrived at the Kigali International Airport in Kanombe, where he was received by President Paul Kagame and other government officials. This was followed by a tete-a-tete discussion that was held in Village Rugwiro, which mainly focused on various affairs aimed at strengthening bilateral relations between both countries. Later after, these heads of state officiated the signing of various bilateral agreements and memorandum of understanding, including an agreement between the government of Rwanda and the government of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan for the elimination of double taxation with respect to taxes on income and prevention of tax evasion and avoidance, an agreement on cooperation in the field of health and medicine science, a memorandum of understanding on economic and trade cooperation, and a memorandum of understanding on cooperation in the field of agriculture. On the second day of his visit, His Majesty King Abdullah bin Al Hussein of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan will visit the Kigali Genocide Memorial at Gisozi to pay tribute to the over 1 million victims of the 1994 genocide against Tutsi. The government of Rwanda and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan enjoys commendable bilateral relations, whereas in 2022, President Paul Kagame visited the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, where he held talks with His Majesty King Abdullah II. The two leaders discussed common and global challenges and ways to enhance cooperation in various fields. Rwanda and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan usually cooperates in the fight against terrorism through direct communication or under the umbrella of the Akaba process. The areas of cooperation also include political consultations, higher education, health and medical sciences, defense and security, and air services. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Thank you, Adams, for the details. Now, to more news. All traders issuing invoices using their own systems were urged to integrate them with EBMs no later than May this year. Adam Squizera once more.
The integration of electronic billing machine that usually generates the VAT and non-VAT invoices has begun to be distributed. There are currently some traders who have already integrated to this EBM technology, points out its benefits. For us, how we work is that every customer have to go with an EBM invoice. In fact, it's not a burden to us, since it is a good way that facilitates us to pay taxes. There are some who don't give us invoices, saying that they purchase on high cost. Or for some who can give you that EBM, you find that it's not relevant to the amount of money you bought that item. Then this seems like stealing the country. Currently, there are 11 technology-based companies that the Rwanda Revenue Authority has identified to vendors that they will assist them in the process of integrating their systems with EBM. The CEO of one of the companies, Olivier Mugabonake, explains how they do it. We've started to work with them already. We first discuss and know what exactly they want, and then we set it accordingly to how they usually work. For us, we don't impose you that you have to do this. We set it according to your working scheme, and then we configure that in our system. You understand that we will offer them trainings, as that's why you have very big supporting team that do that daily. Even Rwanda Revenue Authority monitors how we work if it is suitable to how they want it to be. That's why they later found us to that list of companies that are eligible to offer their services. Uitonze Jean Paul, the Rwanda Revenue Authority spokesperson, pointed out that taxpayers who use their own method of issuing invoices must connect it with EBM before May 2024 in order to comply with the provisions of the law.
Abantu bitiranya turatu invoice na EBM.
Some people confuse those invoices and EBM, since after that invoice you find them doing another invoice, and that's why the gap is found. But also in our analytics, it is found that there are people who don't provide those EBM tokens. Therefore, for those who have integrated, you find them having many invoices comparing to those who have not integrated to the system. And that's why, not later than May, everyone who have that system, even those who would import it, it have to be merged by EBM, as the announcement stated. Hence to bridge that gap, as well as to help them to be in a good lane of fulfilling their responsibilities of paying tax. Currently, Rwanda accounts for 34% of the revenue and taxes collected throughout the country. In the last 6 years, more than 90,000 electronic billing machines were distributed. In the current financial year 2023-2024, Rwanda Revenue Authority targets to collect revenues worth of 2,737 billion Rwandan francs. Adams Kwizera, RTV News.
Thank you, Adams, for the details. Now to religious matters. Residents of Ruhango district say that since people started witnessing miracles in the place known as Yezu Nyirimpuhwe, this has brought more visitors and boosted businesses in the area. On Sunday, Christians from different parts of the country gathered in Ruhango for a prayer event marking the beginning of the year 2024. Follow the details on the story. In Ruhango sector, a big number of people from the Catholic Church and others who are not Catholic are gathered for prayers. People that comes to the function are from all over the country, and the Mass is ongoing. Many people who witnessed miracles in the place invite others.
When you witness a lame person getting healing, isn't that a first miracle? When you see those who had visual impairment that got to see again, isn't that a second miracle?
I never ceased to pray. I even brought my child in this place, and now he's healed. And I believe that it is God who healed my child. That is my testimony. People that visit the place are of different age categories, young ones, adults, and old age people, and they also come with prayer requests.
Among the prayer requests, the first is to pray to get closer to God. The second is to pray for our future households, and others also come to pray for employment.
The big number of people that visits the place is of a great importance to Ruhango district, especially to those who carry out business activities in this region, since they get the opportunity to sell their products to the people who come for the prayer that happens every first of every month.
We gather here to pray to the Lord so that He may strengthen us during these times, since you know that the current days are hard, and when you are young and saved, it really helps you, be it having discipline or life in general. God really does miracles. People who attend are not only from this region or only from around the country. There are foreigners who also come from East Africa and other regions. When they come, it is again for people with businesses, whether those with homes to rent, since there are those who spend nights before the prayer, hotels and restaurants and more, all of them get clients.
In regard to this matter, there are opportunities that the Ruhango district can make use of, as the mayor of Ruhango district, Habarurema Valence, explains.
The first opportunity is the big number of people gathered in this place. Together with people from the private sector, the construction activities of the taxi park is at 20%. Even today, there are some investors that pledged their contribution, which increased the share, and it is currently at 20 million, where it started by just being 100,000 francs and later on reached to 1 million. But they pledged 20 million since it is an infrastructure that is needed.
The prayer gathering drew a diverse crowd of Christians ranging from 15,000 to 20,000 attendees, representing both the Catholic Church and various denominations. More news. The city of Kigali has announced that it is going to accelerate stalled road construction to address residents' concerns, including damages resulting from floods. We have the details. The Murindi-Gasogi Kabuga Road, part of Kigali's extensive 200-kilometer asphalt road construction project, faces concerns as pedestrians and users report halted construction, mirroring issues on roads like Miduha Mageragere. Potholes plug these roads, exacerbating problems as water damage jeopardizes both existing infrastructure, including water pipes and roads linked to the main road.
The issue is that they started the road construction activities, but they did not complete the activities. You see that this water drainage system is a big issue. Whether with a car or a motorbike, a bicycle or any other thing that is hard to cross. And when it rains, it is slippery. We face troubles. Our vehicles are damaged due to this and more. It's been more than a month since they stopped the activities. We just saw the initiation of activities, but later on activities stopped. When it rains, we residents of this place, we have to cross to Musave. Imagine that long way to reach our destination. It is hard to cross for even pedestrians. Old people can't manage to use it. It would have been better if they didn't start constructing it, because it is worse than how it was before.
The Kigali City administration attributes the pause in road construction to ongoing technical challenges, according to Mayor Samuel Dusengiyumva. Despite the setbacks, he assures the public that construction activities are set to resume this January.
Yes, the projects were planned for and the implementation started. However, there were some hindrances encountered. Yes, there are some damaged roads, which residents have even shown on social media, but we reassure them that we are currently working to address the issue so that the roads can be completed. There are some other roads that we constructed, and we have even completed the construction activities. We are aware of those issues. They have been raised even on Twitter, but we face technical issues. However, we are working on solving them, and early this year, they will be completed. And all these road construction projects are supposed to be completed in this fiscal year.
The road construction project in Kigali envisions the development of roads with over 200 kilometers. The current delay pertains to the second phase, encompassing 70 kilometers, with some sections already completed. Thank you for being part of our news today. Have a fruitful week ahead. See you next time.